G'day lads, we're here with another Cosmetic lore video. This time Darktide's getting a little rogue trader, and we've got candles on sconces this time around for you zealots, as well as some interesting choices in terms of hats. Some hats I like, other hats I can tell you look Karking silly. Otherwise, let's get into it. There are a few reships, like the Grok's eye patch for the Ogren. Won't be covering that. There are some nice things in this pack. Suan Tanta. The latest holder of the Tanta warrant of trade, Suan takes his dynasty's long history very seriously, having been an active rogue trader household since the time of the Great Crusade. His forebears can claim many accolades for their participation in famous historical campaigns. Suan has come to Tertium in the hopes of claiming such an accolade for himself. A chance to gain some links to an Inquisitor, or get close to famous shipmistress Brahms, are just an added bonus. Oh, I love a man who's out for himself, although he could be a little less up his own arse. Augmetically enhanced Bicon, black. Cut a striking silhouette in his dashing example of nautical millinery, enhanced with an augmetic eye patch. It's a little skippery, don't you think? Trophy Hunter's armored doublet, front and back. Show your enemies that you fear nothing with this impressive jacket, featuring the skull of a defeated Xenos on his shoulder. While this one is nice, it's a little too poofy, and I do not care for the fluffy frock biceps on the coat. Just my opinion. Grockside pantaloons, front and back. Worn leather trousers with flamboyant boots. Perfect for ship-based encounters. If we get to have another mission that's aboard another ship that's like an enemy-infested ship, that would be Karking cool. I would enjoy that very much. Augmetically enhanced Bicon. Red. Same lore. By itself, 1400 Aqualas. That is too much for a single cosmetic item. Far too much. Regulation 13 Foxtrot makeshift band. Pale. Simple adornment has ever betrayed uncomplicated allegiance. I guess. Ragtie. City fight camo. Heads down, heads on. Saying in the Mobian 10th. I feel like that's a standard saying in any military regiment, but sure, we'll give it to the 10th. Elia Beck. Fulfilling the role of ship's chaplain. Elia sees it as her duty to educate anyone she meets on the glory of the Imperium and the beneficence of the God Emperor. As one might imagine, given the high number of cut-off colonies and Xenos-influenced settlements she visits as part of the rogue trader's crew, this doesn't always go well. At least not for any unwilling to follow her teachings. That's when the flamer comes out. Oh, she's a little firebug. Faith-bound Tricorn. If the Emperor partakes, as they say, surely strapping a copy of the Lectito Divinatis to your hat is just a sensible precaution. No? I will say zealots strap any verses that they like to their body to anywhere. God forbid it burns up, they'll have to find a new copy and someone's gonna be Karking pissed. Pilgrim's Jerkin, front and back. Some members of a rogue trader's crew have joined the adventure, not for wealth or glory, but to spread the teachings of the Imperial cult, and share the beneficent word of the Emperor, even if they have to kill to do it. Oh, that's a right faithful pilgrim. I wonder if any of these little bits here are a map. I do love the two skulls at the rear. What about you? Peg leg augmetic, front and back. Perhaps not the most efficient limb replacement, but there's no denying the satisfaction of seeing that leering skull staring back at you after you've driven your knee into a traitor's face. I mean, I've never seen anyone knee someone in this game once, so sure, we'll say yes. Faithbound tricorn, red, also 1400 Aquila, also way too much for a single cosmetic. Batman hood, wrong franchise altogether. Suppliant's hood, a dour shadowy hood, supplemented by a mask to preserve the identity of the wearer. For I am Darktide Man, disciple of Imperious Faith hood. 1400 Aquilas, and it won't match any Zealot cosmetic that's come out. It's gold. Nothing else has come out that's gold. Oh, the blessed hood and goggles offer some protection from corruption and the flames that must be used to cleanse it. Not bad at all. Lord Kentis. Lord Kentis has served the Arman dynasty for over a century. In that time, he has seen the prized warrant of trade change hands on several occasions. Not all of these were peaceful affairs. However, the ability to peer into an opponent's mind during tense trade negotiations, or fights as they are more commonly known, is an undeniable advantage, and is the skill that has allowed him to maintain a prominent position within the crew, regardless of who is at the helm. Aristocrats rough. A rogue trader's crew is often made up of people from all levels of society. This elegant ruff marks the wearer as one of noble birth, or at least that's what they would like you to believe, and it allows you to look like a goofy goober. Magnificus Psycho Court Raiment, front and back. The buckle is the orb all-seeing, a common motif amongst graduates from the Scholastus Icona. Has you looking a little goofy as well. This big old fluffy thing of leather over an even bigger fluffy coat. I don't like it too much, that's just me. Magnificus Psycho Court Raiment, front and back, legs. It is difficult to see what is truly magnificent about this item, but presumably its former owner loved it dearly. Sure, basic steel knee pads on leather pants. That tells you a lot, doesn't it, lads? This one's a reissue. Trader's hat, 1400 Aquilas, still too much for a single item. Adds a roguish flair to any outfit. Purity of thought. Bundle. 2 pieces. Many psychers believe, though few care to admit it publicly, that attaching purity seals to your headgear will ward off demons. You know, psychers, it very well could. But you look like a goofy zealot with it on. Melchior Patton Psychonicala. Look yourself like Doc Brown. A no-nonsense, practical piece of equipment. The anti-flare goggles provide some respite from the burning energies of the warp. Doesn't look that bad though. Arman the Greatest. Arman's an odd sort for a rogue trader. Well, he says he's a rogue trader, and he can be incredibly persuasive. He does have a fancy coat and is often accompanied by a motley gang of ruffians he affectionately refers to as his crew. Whether he actually has a ship or not is anyone's guess. And as for a warning of trade, no one who asked that question survived the encounter. Many suspect that Arman's status is the result of a mutiny. Furthermore, that Armand was likely not the leader of that uprising, but merely a figurehead, being used by someone with more acute sense of self-preservation. Signs include his self-appointed and frankly ridiculous moniker, as well as the fact that he's always accompanied by a shadowy veiled figure with whom he consults before speaking. Midshipman's Cap, a hard-wearing but comfortable cap, common amongst rogue trader crews. Pretty simple. Armored dress coat, quad XL, front and back. Form and function blend seamlessly in this oversized dress coat. I won't argue, it looks Karking good. Rogue's leather trousers, quad XL, front and back. Stylish but practical. These tough leather trousers are ready for any strain this large crew member might put them under. The steel-toe capped cavalier boots add a tuft of hard-edged elegance. I actually do like these paints very much. Not bad design. Midshipman's cap, red, for when you want to get your Mr. Smee on. And this one, hilariously, currently is 900 Aqualas, not 1400 like the others. It's a little interesting, don't you think, lads? Butcher's Rag Mask. This mask features prominently an unsavory tale of cannibalism and mutilation. Oh, come on, big man. You're better than eating your own fellow human. Keep it to Xenos. We're okay with that. Kickback, Crucius Headsman. This gun-black look is often favoured by inquisitorial troopers on execution duty for traitors within their own ranks. Such a role taken only reluctantly, for it confirms that even the servants of the Inquisition are not immune to corruption. I like this design very much. For once, it has the kickback not looking like a slag of shit. Interrogator's Foresword, a frightening weapon in the right hands. Once this sword is drawn, there is no hiding your inquisitorial allegiance. Best make sure no one remains to tell the tale. Merciless Deliverance, a weapon of cold purpose and fiery retribution for the bolt gun. Enjoy yourself, lads. Thank you everyone for joining me once again on a fortnight. Every 2 weeks, as you know, Cosmetics are released, and if there's new lore, I will read it. And if it's a reship, I will not. Nice to see some good new stuff. This is their premium release. All cosmetics are $2,900 this week, and some I don't think are really worth it. It's got a cool rogue tradery feel, but they're clearly trying to cuddle up with the release of Owlcat's Rogue Trader CRPG. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Shout out to the patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on Patreon. You too can support the channel on Patreon by heading down in the description below. You can also support by becoming a channel member. Or you can support for free by hitting like, subscribe, the bell notification, and commenting. Which costume did you like this week? Or is it an individual piece that you like over the rest? Let us know down in the comments. Remember, keep it civil, stay frosty, and keep your head on a Karking swivel. See you in the next one, lads. Peace.